This is Martirano Sports, February 17th, 2014. I want to talk about the All-Star Game. A lot of times the game gets ignored because it's just seen as a no-defense exhibition amongst everybody who's friendly with each other. This game was a little different. I really saw it as a conflict, as a battle between West Conference, East Conference. You have the East led by, I say led by, in theory led by LeBron James because he's a great player, right? But anyway, you got LeBron and his crew against Kevin Durant and his crew. Some people think LeBron James is the greatest player in the NBA currently. There are those who believe Kevin Durant is, okay? Quite simply, even though the West lost the game, I think they were the much better team. Four players on the court that to me are the best players in the NBA if we're going off the premise that the best players in the NBA played last night in the All-Star game. We have Blake Griffin, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant. All right, there's not much to say about Durant. He is long, he is slick, he is smart, he is an elite scorer, probably the greatest scorer since Michael Jordan. Him and Kobe could be in that discussion. But Durant's amazing. He'll take a big shot, and he'll make a big shot, which is something that LeBron and Carmelo, they're just not capable of doing. So, to me, Kevin Durant is the number one player in basketball, the best player since Michael Jordan. Then you got Chris Paul, and what's great about the All-Star game for me, as a serious sports fan, I never really got a chance to really look at Chris Paul play. He's always injured. Whenever he plays the Knicks, I feel like he's always injured, so I never get the chance to see him. But he's something with that basketball. Between the legs, he might as well be a Harlem Globetrotter. And I know there's some of you saying, well, that's not the way the game should be played, but he's a craftsman. He's a magician with the basketball. And he can hit the shot for you if you need to. He knows how to put the ball in the hole. Blake Griffin, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Varsity Blues. That's a football movie, but Blake Griffin, if you're going to make a movie about a guy that owns a basketball town, that owns a school, who just represents that place with the way he plays. Well, wherever he represents it well. Blake Griffin is amazing. A beast on the boards. That phrase is often used, but he's just a beast. He's a smart player. He can take the ball from one end of the court to the other. I don't think any other big man is as slick with the rock, is carrying the ball, dribbling the ball as Blake Griffin is. He'll hit the mid-range jumper. What you got to understand about dunking the ball the way he dunks it, there's a vulnerability involved in going up and putting it down hard. Somebody could take you out, and you could land hard, and you could hurt yourself, and your career could be over. But Blake Griffin plays hard. He is an excellent player. Lastly, Kyrie Irving. He's a great player. He's almost as crafty as Chris Paul, a little more offensive ability. And so those to me were the four best players. Carmelo, as usual, scores a lot of points, but I've never seen Carmelo put on a show. Last night, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and Blake Griffin put on a show. Carmelo Anthony just scored points, which is what he does. Okay. Kevin Love, I always thought was a good player because he just comes across that way, but I didn't like the way he played last night. He didn't mesh. He didn't seem interested in winning with Durant, Paul, and Griffin. He didn't seem like he wanted to be part of that cause, whatever he thought that cause was. James Harden's a little tricky. I think he has issues deferring to the greater players than himself. Kevin Durant, the Paul, the Griffin, and that might be the reason why he wound up leaving Oklahoma City, why they wound up shipping him out. There was one other point I wanted to make. I guess that's it then. I can't remember, but it was a good NBA All-Star game. And there's the point that I wanted to make is this: when you think the game is nothing, it's over, and it is 17 minutes left or there's 36 seconds left. There's always a game within the game. There's something to watch, and that's what's beautiful about sports. And if you're lucky enough to be able to see it, well then, I don't need to be telling you what I'm telling you. But the NBA All-Star Game was a great game yesterday and very enjoyable. And that's it.